Welcome back to Multiple Story Monday, everyone. I'm your host, Reddit Doggo, and we got some stories. But before that, I want to say sorry for missing uploads on Friday on all my channels. I actually had videos made, I just completely forgot to upload them for some reason. So yeah, that's completely my fault, but there's nothing I can do about it now, so let's just dive right into some stories. My 34M girlfriend, 24F, doesn't like it when I bake pastries, even though it's one of my favorite hobbies. I don't understand why she's upset. My girlfriend Tara and I have been dating for 6 months. I love her a lot and she is everything I could ever want in a significant other. However, she doesn't like the fact that I bake. I'm not talking about getting baked. I love making cakes, pastries, cookies, and all sorts of dessert. Tara said she doesn't feel special when I'm baking. She thinks I bake because I love the activity rather than the reason being that I love her. So I guess she feels inferior to my love of baking, but I like to bake her things because I enjoy making her happy and because it's one of my favorite hobbies. She has been really distant lately. I'm afraid she will break up with me, but she's the only woman I've ever thought about marrying. What should I do? By the way, English is not my first language and I have a thick accent, so there may be some type of misunderstandings as well. Edit. Thank you to everyone who responded. I never expected this many responses. I really appreciate all the opinions and different points of view. Even though most people said Tara was insecure and possibly crazy, other people brought up the fact that she maybe has an eating disorder and gets triggered by an excess of food. Or maybe she just wants to watch her weight and cannot resist my baked goods. Anyways, much love to you all for taking time to read all this and share your thoughts with me. I appreciate it very much. Commenter 1. That's all kind of fucked red flags. Hey Susie, why did you break up with David? Oh, you know, he bakes shit. Dodge this woman, she has issues. Commenter 2. She doesn't feel special when I bake. This girl is crazy, seriously. Don't put up with such crap. Honestly, I'm so happy that no one in my family is a baker because I would eat it all. I'd eat everything they make and it would be so good and I wouldn't be able to resist myself. And I would be so massive, dude. My back would be so big, it would be the biggest back you've ever seen. I mean, but on a serious note, why is she so mad, bro? And if she is this mad, why doesn't she just tell you the reason instead of you playing the guessing game and having you try to figure out, like, put the puzzle together and solve the mystery, man? I don't know. Let's just get into the update. Update 1 month later. Thank you everyone for all your replies and different perspectives. I never expected my OP to get that much attention. For those who didn't see it, it was basically about my girlfriend who didn't like when I baked. So before I could confront her about what was bothering her about my baking, she told me via text that she was really busy with work and life stuff and wanted to take a break from our relationship for a bit. This has happened a couple times before where she would ask to be friends because of her lack of free time. She works in the advertising industry, and I understand that working overtime is the norm. It was confusing because although she just wanted to be platonic, she would give me mixed signals and we would wind up becoming intimate again like a couple. However, this last break was different because I didn't really get to see her because of our conflicting schedules, so we didn't hang out or do anything together. And then about a week after she had asked to go on the break, she called me and told me that she met someone else. Yeah, she didn't just meet someone else. She's been meeting someone else. At least I'd assume. I mean, I don't know. Why would she ask you to go on a break if she wasn't just like talking to some other dude? I mean, I get that like, life can get stressful sometimes, but just because you can't be a present partner doesn't mean that you don't have to be in the relationship. You know what I mean? Like a relationship should kind of be 50-50, but it's not like one person couldn't pull some more weight than the other for a while. The whole point of a relationship is to have someone that you can lean on in the tough times, when your life gets rough. So, what do I think? I think that there was probably most likely always another guy whenever you guys went on break. However, I'm, young and immature, so I don't really know. That might just be my Reddit brain talking. Anyways, let's get into the next story. My boyfriend is really into anime. I don't watch cartoons, but my boyfriend convinced me to watch one of his favorites. I wish I didn't, and now I can't see my boyfriend the same way. My 26F boyfriend, 29, is really into anime. It's honestly his biggest hobby. I don't watch cartoons, however, my boyfriend has been trying to get me to watch it with him. We've been together for almost 18 months and we've lived together for about 4. My boyfriend said it would mean a lot to him if I watched it with him, so I decided to give it a try. I wish I hadn't. I was gobsmacked. I can't honestly say I wish I had never watched any of it. Even thinking about it now makes my skin crawl, and it took me a while to be able to write this post. There was lots of essay. Multiple instances of the male characters being in relationships with children, but it's okay because they aren't actually young girls. They are over 1,000 years old. Gross and unrealistic proportions on pretty much every female character no matter their age. Almost none of them wear proper clothes. The way female characters are portrayed and treated is frankly gross. Ever since I watched anime, I couldn't see my boyfriend the same way. This wasn't one episode or one single anime. All of the ones he watches are the same. My boyfriend says these are his favorite kind and he doesn't see any problems with it. He told me I'm overreacting and there is nothing wrong with any of it whether it happens in anime or real life. I'm so grossed out. I had no idea there were these kinds of cartoons that he likes. Every time I think of it, my skin crawls. This week, I'm away for a family wedding where my boyfriend had to stay back in Brisbane for his job, so I have some time to think. Ever since my boyfriend told me he doesn't see any problems with what his cartoons portray, I can't think of him the same way. I don't think I can continue the relationship knowing he feels this way. He says my opinions are outdated. I don't see how we can move past this. Commenter 1. I'm sorry you had that experience. There's a lot of awesome anime out there that does not feature any of that shit, so it's not like your boyfriend has an excuse. The fact that he specifically seeks out this content is deeply concerning by itself, but this. He told me I'm overreacting and there's nothing wrong with any of it, whether it happens in anime or real life. Pushes it from gross to actively dangerous. You are 100% valid for being disgusted. These are not the kinds of values I'd want any man in my life to have, let alone a romantic partner. Commenter 2. It is very possible and easy to be an anime fan without being a fan of the weird shit your boyfriend is into. Commenter 3. As an avid female anime watcher, I also can't watch shows like that. A lot of the male anime fans kind of become numb to the taboo of the content they're watching and will shame you for feeling icky about it. There's one popular anime that has a subreddit. They have a game in the community where every time someone complains about the borderline pedophilia of the show, they take a shot and yell and tell you to shut the fuck up and just watch the show. That's how desensitized a lot of fans are to the dynamics portrayed in the anime industry. You are not alone or over dramatic for feeling uncomfortable about what you saw. Nor do I blame you for looking at him funny for not only watching that, but also telling you that you're doing too much. There are a lot of really good and appropriate ones out there, one of my favorites being Fruit Baskets and Nana, but you have to shy away from the more male-centered, aka shonen anime, to strike gold. So, about a year ago, I started watching anime. Before that, I thought it was completely cringe, bro. I thought everyone who watched it was weird. I did not like the concept of it. I watched my first one. Dude, it was amazing. Now, yes, there's a lot of what she is describing in certain shows. Okay, I'm not gonna take that away from her, right? She's definitely valid for feeling this way. And unfortunately, a lot of female characters and a lot of shows that are actually really good are kind of portrayed like that too. I mean, I'm not saying Borderline Essay is in every show, I don't know what the fuck he's watching. Clearly it's nothing mainstream. But if you tap into some actually good animes, you will realize that there is a lot of good lessons to be learned there and a lot of really good shows out there as well. You just have to find the ones that are, like the commenter 3 said, not weird. And this is kind of a cool story because I get to see a different perspective on it. But I completely understand where she's coming from. Yeah, I mean the women in anime are like hypersexualized, low key in every show, and it sucks. I don't want to watch that, bruh. I don't want to be watching an anime about soccer and then the only scene where my parents walk in the room, the girl is like losing half her clothes and then she's moaning, bro. It's like no, I don't want I don't I don't want that. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this. This is kind of crazy, but no, I just kind of feel bad for her because she clearly is not tapped into the right shows. If she went to anything mainstream that she's looked up and didn't have fan service, I feel like she would really like anime. But her boyfriend's just a fucking weirdo. Her boyfriend is literally one of the people that make you not want to watch anime, bro. He's the reason why they think we're weird, bro. Ugh. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ranting. Let's just get into the update. I'm sorry. Update. 6 months later. My update isn't very excited. When I got back to Brisbane, there was another argument about my ex-boyfriend's anime, and he kept telling me I was overreacting and being a prude or stuck up. He broke up with me, and so I made plans to move out. I moved out less than a week later and he was shocked. Apparently, he didn't really mean to break up with me and thought it would just be a wake-up call to me that the cartoons were not so bad. I still moved out, and I temporarily went to stay with one of my brothers and his wife. I was a little nervous moving to another city because I had lived in Brisbane for 3 years and considered it my home. But I moved before, and I had to leave after the way my relationship ended. I don't watch cartoons, but I tried to give the ones my ex-boyfriend watches a chance because it was his biggest hobby and I wanted to be a good boyfriend. I had no idea those cartoons would be so disgusting. He was shocked when I moved out, and even though he broke up with me first, he got upset that I was breaking up with him. I haven't contacted him since I left. I've moved on. I have just been accepted into a PhD program, and I'm so excited. I have no plans to have contact with my ex-boyfriend or watch any cartoons again. After thinking about this for a couple minutes, I have decided that your ex-boyfriend's just a fucking weirdo. Okay? He could have shown you any show, but he chose to show you some fucking redo of Healer shit. If you don't know what redo of Healer is, don't even look it up. You don't even want to know, okay? You don't want to know. I promise. Alright? You know those people that tell you you're gonna get scarred for searching up TV on TikTok? It's like that, but you're not really gonna get scarred. It's just fucking weird, dude. It's fucking weird and it's it's not why would anyone watch that? Anyways, I'm done with this story. I'm done ranting. I'm not gonna go any farther along. I'm just glad she moved on, but she should definitely give some good shows a try. I'm not gonna make any recommendations because my recommendations suck. But if y'all want to yap about anime in the comments, I will gladly respond. All right, let's go to the next story. Am I the asshole for telling my brother he cannot stay with me over Christmas if he brings his prosthetic leg? My younger brother has a prosthetic leg. I think it's creepy as fuck and I have no idea where he got it. I'm reasonably certain that it is something I would rather not know. To be clear here, my brother has two perfectly healthy legs still attached to his body. He just has this thing he takes with him everywhere. I don't know why, I don't want to know. Before you ask, yeah, it's probably a mental health thing. He wanted to stay with me rather than our parents while he is home for the holidays. I said he was welcome to stay so long as he doesn't bring that thing into my house. He said it wasn't a big deal and that he would leave it in his luggage. I agreed, on the condition that if I saw it outside of it, in my home, then I had the right to destroy it. He backtracked on staying with me and is at our parents' house, where he is miserable. They still treat him like a boy instead of a guy who's almost 30. He called me again after supper and asked to please stay with me. I said he could so long as we, together, took his thing and put it into a storage unit until he leaves. I get the key. He won't do it. He says that I'm being a bitch for not letting him stay with me. I just think he needs to get therapy or medication, or both, or a girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, cat, hamster, something. Just not a GD prosthetic leg. Commenter 1. Progression of my reactions. Title. Oh yeah, you fucking suck. First paragraph, what do you mean? Second paragraph, huh? Third to the end. What? Yeah, that's about exactly how I feel. I mean, what is going on, man? What is this? Like this is this like a coping mechanism? Like, oh, I need my prosthetic leg. I need to feel that metal. I need to feel that movement of the prosthetic leg real quick. Oh yeah, that's really soothing me. That's really calming my nerves right now. I need it with me. I need to be able to hug the metal. It's so nice and cold sometimes. Like what? Alright, let's just get into the update. Update 11 days later. I didn't realize how much attention this was going to get. Enough that someone informed the woman my brother stole it from, and she was able to figure out what happened. She called the cops and he got arrested. I guess he was sort of trying to do the thing where he could be the hero that tracked down her leg. Please don't ask me what the fuck was going through his head. The leg was expensive enough that he is facing real criminal charges, that's all. Sorry, there's no more to tell. He stole it? What is going on? Okay, we're reading update 2 right now. New update 2 years later. So it's finally over. My brother had to go to court after being charged with several crimes, the most serious being felony theft. I will just put the bullet points of the results. He was found guilty because he was too stupid to take a plea deal. Had to serve some time incarcerated and now has parole. Managed to avoid being charged with a sex crime. My parents paid to have the leg reconditioned or whatever it was called. A professional prosthetic devices mechanic got it back in working condition. The woman got her leg back as well as some money in restitution. He is not welcome at my home or without any prosthetics for the foreseeable future. The woman has a restraining order against him indefinitely. That is all there is to tell. Hope this answers everyone's question. Thanks for still caring about this weird experience in my life. Commenter 1. Hold on. You can't leave all of us hanging. How did your brother get this woman's leg? How did he know her? Was he dating her? A friend? Met her on a bus and stole it? How long has he had it? You said he wanted to be the hero by returning it, so why the hell was he still holding on to it, and exactly how long did he have to have it? Yeah, there's a lot of blanks in this story, man. I don't really know what's going on with the prosthetic leg over here. Alright, but I'm gonna leave that to him, facing parole because he didn't want to just plead guilty. It's kind of crazy, man. I mean, all this over prosthetic leg. What could be so important about that prosthetic leg? Was he proposing or something? Like, I don't understand. Like, was he gonna get married to this prosthetic leg or something? I mean, did he have like some secret relationship with it? Could it talk to him? Was it like one of those Disney shows where like the prosthetic leg can talk, but no one would ever know except for him because he's the main character? Maybe, maybe we'll never know. Well, we're just gonna get into the next story. My 24M girlfriend 23F accidentally sent me a naked picture. I've been dating Christina for a year. We have been long distance for the last 2 months, with 2 months to go until she gets back from the program she's in. We often talk over Facebook chat. If you guys don't know how it works, if you copy and paste a photo into the box, it sends automatically. You don't get to preview it before it sends. So Christina and I are talking. She says she wants to send me this funny gif of the dog, and then she accidentally sends me a naked picture of herself in her bedroom. It wasn't a selfie. She quickly apologized and backpedaled, saying that she meant that for me, but she wanted to send it later as a surprise. I asked her who took it, and she said she set a self timer on the camera on her iPhone. This excuse especially doesn't make any sense to me because from the angle it's at, it definitely seems like a person took it. The weird thing is, Christina and I don't exchange like that. I've never asked any girl for a naked photo, and she's never asked me for one. Sometimes we send each other steamy texts, but that's like the extent of it. I'm also suspicious because this photo was already saved to her clipboard, which makes me feel like she pasted it somewhere already. Is my girlfriend cheating on me? How do I even find out? Commenter 1. Out of curiosity, has it actually been the full year yet, or do you have an anniversary coming up? It's possible she wanted to send you some of that as part of a present. OP. Huh, our anniversary is actually in about a week and a half. I wonder if that's what she meant when she said she was saving it for later. Commenter 2. My wife sends me pictures whenever I ask for them. She sets the timer on her phone and takes selfies all the time. Your girlfriend having naked photos saved does not equal cheating. Talk to her about it. Tell her how you feel. This sub is full of insecure and untrusting people that don't think everything means cheating, or that do think everything means cheating. Could she be cheating on you? Sure. But the pictures don't mean that. Don't accuse her of cheating. Tell her that you did not expect her to send you a naked picture and that it caught you off guard. It wouldn't hurt to let her know that you find her attractive in the light of the picture. The picture was hot, but I didn't expect it. If you don't trust her responses to your feelings about it, then you simply don't trust your girlfriend, hence your relationship is already dead. OP. Okay, this is a good idea. I really have no reason to believe that she's cheating on me, but I also don't really know the people she has met and who she hangs out with on her program. And by the looks of these replies, self-timer photos are not as difficult to stage as I may have thought. Maybe this guy's just like never tried to take a picture of himself, but yeah, taking pictures with a timer is really easy, dude. You just set the phone up and you click the timer button, and like once you get the phone in place, all you have to do is pose or whatever, right? Get in the group photo with your family. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, it's not an ancient technology, it's been around for a while. If he just experimented with taking photos, he wouldn't jump to the conclusion. Actually, that's a great point. Why didn't he experiment with the frickin' feature to take pictures on the timer before he just straight up accuses his girlfriend of cheating on him? Like, where's the logic, man? Where is the logic? Ah. Whatever, let's just get into the update, which he figured it out okay, so I bet it's gonna be fine, but we'll get into the update. Thanks to everyone for their replies. It really helped to put things into perspective. For example, it's way more common to take self-timer nudes than I thought, and it's possible to check the metadata for a photo and find out some details like whether or not it was taken on a self-timer. I wanted to especially thank one person for asking me if Christina and I had actually dated for a full year yet, or if we had an anniversary coming up, because as it turns out, we did. I don't know why I didn't make the connection on my own, and as it turns out, my girlfriend is definitely not cheating on me. A couple days ago, I got a big package in the mail to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. Among other things, it contained an envelope filled with multiple naked pictures of my wonderfully awesome girlfriend with a note saying, I know you never asked, but I wanted to give you something special since I can't be there with you. Among the photos was the one she accidentally sent to me. She also included a USB with the photos uploaded along with the physical copies so that I could have digital versions. Here are a few extra details to better explain what happened. Christina did indeed take the photos herself. I asked her nicely how she managed to do a self-timer at such a good angle because my initial reaction to the photos were that somebody else obviously must have taken them. She showed me through FaceTime how she was able to prop her phone up against some objects in her room, and they were exactly from the angle she sent them at. To further corroborate the story, Christina had actually confirmed my address with one of our mutual friends a few days before the accidental copy and paste situation went down, so she had in mind that she wanted to send this package before, not as a cover-up for accidentally giving herself away. When I asked her how she accidentally managed to send that one in particular, she said she was copying and pasting the files from one folder to the USB she sent me. She forgot that it was still on her clipboard. When she tried to send me that GIF, it didn't copy properly, and instead she pasted what was on her clipboard previously. She said she was just relieved that it was me she made this mistake on and not someone else. Finally, I took the advice that many of you commented slash messaged me. I checked the data on the image files and they were indeed taken recently on a self-timer. So sigh of relief. Thank you to everyone here for putting my mind at ease. I was convinced that everyone was going to say she was definitely cheating. But honestly, Christina had never done anything to even make me suspect that she would be doing that. I'm very happy. Commenter 1. It's nice to see a happy ending on here every once in a while, you lucky fucker. Commenter 2. Jesus, your girlfriend really trusts you. Sending physical and digital copies of multiple naked pictures is a big deal, especially after 1 year. I would never send a boyfriend that much material. I know way too many people who have had their pictures leaked by their significant other. I hope that in the case of you guys, if you break up or go through a rough patch, you will either destroy them or return them. She trusts you with these, so don't do anything mean or stupid with them if things between you guys go south. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I mean, I remember when I was in school and I'd be having to like copy and paste from the teacher's Google Doc to my own so that I could actually like do the work. And then I'd paste like half my fucking English essay instead. And I was like, what is this? This is not questions 1 through 5, man. Like, this is not what I wanted. But yeah, that's just a very honest mistake. And I'm just glad that there's a happy ending. I mean, shit, I might end this right here just because of like I'm so excited for you guys, an actual happy ending on Reddit. Like this never happens. And it's a perfect way to end multiple story Monday. So I think that's where we're gonna end for the day. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.